If this message reached you today, know that it's no coincidence. Sign up now, turn on notifications, and help spread light and comfort to those who need it most. We are all invited, day after day, to revisit our own existence with more attentive eyes and a more open heart. Life and maturity constantly ask us to pause and sincerely ask ourselves, are we living the way we truly could? Are we making the most of the gift God has given us? And often, we become paralyzed by the fears we create in our minds. Fears of an uncertain future, of repeating past mistakes, of being judged, of not being good enough. And so, locked in our own mental prisons, we become incapable of seeing the wonderful possibilities that life offers us. We become like those frogs in the fable who remained in the dark, damp hole, unable to see the luminous immensity that existed outside. This spiritual paralysis traps us in old patterns, in relationships that don't serve us, in jobs that drain our vital energy, in harmful habits that we insist on maintaining because changing them requires courage and effort to leave our comfort zone, even if it is painful. These difficult times can come in the form of material losses, divorces that shatter dreams, deep grief that makes us question everything, betrayals that wound our trust, illnesses that frighten us, or intense emotional pain. They are storms that arrive without warning and leave us lost, without solid ground, without direction. During these dark times, we often shut ourselves off completely from the world. We reject sincere invitations from friends, refuse opportunities to smile again, and deny the possibility of moving forward. We build towering walls around our wounded hearts, believing that this protects us, when in reality we isolate ourselves from the healing that could reach us. This happens because we try to heal our pain in the wrong way. Instead of allowing it to be felt and gradually released, we constantly ruminate, feeding negative thoughts, reliving the pain repeatedly, causing it to grow even more. If you've been through this, write amen in the comments. Let's create a powerful chain of faith and collective healing together. Your participation tells others that they are not alone on this journey. Every painful experience carries a valuable lesson, an opportunity for spiritual growth, another step on the evolutionary ladder that we are all climbing. But God, in His infinite mercy, never abandons us in the darkness of suffering. He constantly sends us angels in disguise to help us, to comfort us, to show us that there is still light even in the darkest hours. And one of the greatest divine gifts is time. Time is truly a divine treasure, a sacred gift. It works patiently and steadily, putting everything in its proper place. Time has the power to transform today's unbearable pain into tomorrow's sweet memory. It teaches us that nothing is permanent, that everything passes, that every storm eventually calms down. Just as the rain passes and the sun shines again, difficulties also transform with time. As long as we do our part and don't remain stagnant in pain, grief softens, anger dissolves, resentment loses its power, and we begin to see that life goes on, that there is still beauty to be appreciated, love to be lived, and purpose in our journey. Reinventing yourself means allowing yourself to ask honest questions. How can I make the most of my life right now? How can I live with more awareness, presence, and gratitude? How can I be a better version of myself? Whether you're 30, 40, 60, or any age, we can always discover new ways to live with more awareness, purpose, and authenticity. It's never too late to start over, change, or seek true happiness. It's like climbing floors in a building. The higher we climb, the wider our view becomes. We begin to see entire landscapes, patterns we didn't notice before, connections we didn't see, the beauty of the whole that had escaped us. Similarly, when we raise our spiritual awareness through study, meditation, sincere prayer, and the practice of good deeds, we begin to see this same life with a different, renewed, and wiser perspective. We understand that we don't need to change everything around us to feel better. The secret lies in first learning to feel better internally, cultivating inner peace, developing gratitude, practicing forgiveness, and nurturing elevated thoughts. When we achieve this profound inner transformation, our external life also begins to change, to reorganize itself, to reflect this new state of consciousness. Now I invite you to do something special. Pause this video for a moment. Take 3 deep breaths. Place your hand on your heart and ask, what area of my life needs to be reinvented right now? Allow the answer to come naturally. When you're ready, come back and let's continue together. Allow yourself, in each new cycle, to give your best effort, to seek your best version, to offer the world the best you have to give. Reinvent yourself as many times as necessary. Don't be afraid to start over. Don't be ashamed to admit you made a mistake and want to try again in a wiser way. Make new mistakes, because making mistakes is part of the human learning process. No one learns without making mistakes. No one grows without stumbling. The difference lies in not repeating the same mistakes, in genuinely learning from each fall and moving forward with more knowledge, maturity, and compassion. The journey is learned by falling, getting up, and trying again with renewed determination. Those who stop trying for fear of making mistakes never learn to walk on their own 2 feet, never discover what they are capable of, and never reach their full divine potential. Each day is a new opportunity for a fresh start, for growth. Don't carry the weight of past mistakes like heavy chains. Learn from them, be grateful for the lessons, and then let them go. Free yourself to fully live in the present, which is the only moment in which we can act, change, and choose. Time lovingly invites us to be better each day. Not better compared to others, but better compared to who we were yesterday. It is up to us to accept this divine call for constant evolution. It is up to us to choose whether we will remain like frogs in a dark hole or have the courage to emerge into the light, trusting that God will sustain us. Constantly renewing oneself is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of spiritual maturity, of humility to recognize that there is always room for growth, of wisdom to understand that life is movement, transformation, continuous evolution. Share this video with someone who needs to hear about renewal and new beginnings. It could be a friend going through a difficult time, a family member who has lost hope, or someone afraid of change. You could be God's instrument to bring light to that person today.